All right, let's take on problem 3 in this normal probability section. Problem 3 says that you're dealing with a normal distribution with mu is equal to 30 and sigma is equal to 4. And then it asks for you to calculate three probabilities: the probability that x is less than 40, the probability that x is greater than 21, and finally the probability that x lies between 30 and 35. So you can see every one of these problems goes the same way. Let's take them on one at a time. So let me just give us a little graphic here. Here's the normal distribution with mu is equal to 30, and I think I'll just kind of do a couple of standard deviations. There's a standard deviation right there of 4. That makes this 34. That makes this 38. One standard deviation away, a second standard deviation away. The reason I'm doing this is because what you're being asked to, you should sort of grasp what you're being asked for. You're being asked to find the area underneath the curve at a point that's a little bit past 2 standard deviations away from the mean, all the way back to negative infinity. Okay, so remember that if between 2 standard deviations there is 95% of the data according to the empirical rule, then between the 50% point and this point is 95% divided by 2, or 47.5%. And there's 50% over here from the mean all the way over. And so I'm expecting a number here which is going to be greater than, all right, it's going to be greater than 0.975. It's greater than because the 40 is actually right over here. So let's not calculate, let me just write down what we would do. We would go to normal CDF and we would enter, I like 99999, to tell you the truth, minus 9999. We're going to go, that's the lower bound, here's the upper bound, and then I've got to put in mu and sigma. All right, that's the answer to this question. We'll calculate it in a second. Likewise, let me do the same thing here. Here comes the same normal curve, 30 and 4. If this is 26, one standard deviation away, and this is 22, then this is 21, and you're being asked to find all of this area. And again, by the same argument, you're going to get a number that is a little bigger in both cases than I've got that 0 in there. Sorry, it's not that zero's not in there. Zero's not in there in either case. Let me clean that up just a bit. Sorry, it's awful to try to erase this thing in real time. So it's about 0.95 and 975 and about 0.975. Okay, what it is actually is normal CDF. Lower bound in this case is 21. The upper bound is 99999. And of course, if you like, you can make that 1E 99, right? And then I go lower bound, upper bound 34. Finally over here, same thing, all right? I go up like this. Here's my 30. This time I'm going to go from 30 to 35, okay? There's the 3.4, there's the number, you're looking for this. This number is about 34%, so this is going to be a little bit more than 0.34 and change. Okay, I'm just doing that. That's not necessary at all. You can go from this step to this step, this step to this step, this step to this step. But this is a reality check for you, right? If we get something very different, I'm going to turn off the recording and sulk. So here's the lower bound 30, upper bound 35, 30, and 4. And let me pull out the calculator and in real time see if we can make that work. So I'm going second distribution. I'm going down to normal CDF. I'm going to do this one first. The lower bound is 30. The upper bound is 35. The mean is 30 and the standard deviation is 4. So I'm going to ask it to paste that. I'm going to ask it to do it. And guess what? It says 0.3944. And so the answer here is 0.3944. If it was significantly further than that away from that number, I would be concerned, but I'm not. I think that's probably the answer. So let me go to this one right here. Right back to distribution, right down to CDF. The lower bound in this case is 21. The upper bound is 999, 999, 30, and 4. I'm pasting, and I'm looking for a big number, and it's 0.9878. Okay, again, compares pretty favorably with our thumb up in the air guesstimate. And finally, finishing this off, back to normal CDF. Lower bound in this case is minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nines. And the upper bound is 40. 30 and 4 is the answer. And I am pushing the button and I'm getting 0.9938. Again, pretty favorable comparison. All right, so this is a skill that you've got to develop. There are the 3 types of problems. Find the probability below a level, find the probability above a level, find the probability between 2 levels. They all go exactly the same way. All right, let's move on to the next problem. Thanks.